terror as slavery, as lynching. Can you talk about Harry T. Moore?
In 1951, in the state of Florida, the Moors, who were organizers for the NAACP, were killed on Christmas night. They were killed because Harry Moore was a brilliant organizer. He started work in the 30s and 40s, and during this period, he had more members of the NAACP in the state of Florida than all the other southern states combined. And there were more black people registered to vote in the state of Florida than all the other southern states combined, which is why they killed him. But they set a bomb in this house on Christmas night. And Langston Hughes wrote a poem in memorial to this killing. And in it, he kept moving the birth of this child, who's celebrated by Christians, to bring love and peace. And for people who follow the Christ, you don't find situations where the Christ-led armies are operated with military power. So here is this seasonal, sacred holiday honoring a child who comes in love and peace, and these people kill someone who also comes in love and peace. And he wanted to know, in whose name did these people come? It could not be really in the name of the date they picked, could it? It seems I hear Harry Moore from the earth, his voice still cries. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies. Freedom never dies, I say. Freedom never dies. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies. It happened in Florida, the land of flowers. It was on a Christmas night. Men came stealing through the orange grove, men of hate carrying dynamite. It was to a little cottage, the family, the name of Moore. At the window hung sprigs of holly, a fine wreath at the door. It was on a Christmas evening, and the family prayers were said. Mother, father, daughter, and grandmother went to bed. The father's name was Harry Moore of the NAACP. He fought for the life for us to live. Black folk must be free. It seems I hear Harry Moore from the earth, his voice still cries. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies. Freedom never dies, I say. Freedom never dies. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies. It could not be in Jesus' name beneath the bedroom floor. On Christmas night, the killers hid the bomb for Harry Moore. It could not be for the sake of love they did this awful thing. For when the bomb exploded and the Moors died, no hearts were heard to sing. And certainly no angels cried, peace on earth, goodwill to men. But around the world an echo hurled a question, when? It seems I hear Harry Moore from the earth, his voice still cries. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies. Freedom never dies, I say. Freedom never dies. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies. When will people in Jesus' name, and when will they by prayer know that each one has the right to stand up everywhere? When will people, for the sake of peace and the sake of democracy, know that no bomb you can make can stop us from being free. It seems I hear Harry Moore from the earth, his voice still cries. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies. So if you see our Harry Moore walking on a Christmas night, don't you fear and run and hide. He has no dynamite, for in his heart is only love for all the human race. All he wants is for each of us to have our rightful place. And this he says our Harry Moore has, from the grave he cries. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies. Freedom never dies, I say. Freedom never dies. No bomb can kill the dreams I hold, for freedom never dies.
Ballad of Harry T. Moore, Sweet Honey in the Rock. Here on Democracy Now!, it is a tremendous privilege to have you here, and I can't believe I'm not just hitting a button for the CD, the many CDs and records that you've done, but to be able to experience you performing it live and to get to talk to you.
Well, we actually are honored to be here because we have heard so much of our music on Democracy Now! And just am in awe of the way in which you have struggled to surround the challenges that face our society, and that you found something in our music to assist you. So we absolutely like the company we're keeping right now.
Dr. Bernice Johnson-Reagan, we talked a bit where you came from, but could you tell us a little more? You're a musician, you're a cultural historian. At a break, you were talking about this transition in your life now as you're going to be leaving the group, but you've had transitions in the past. I want to lead into I Remember, I Believe, a song that lives in me since the first day I heard it, that has to do with mothers and ancestors and today and where we go. But what about where you come from and what you have done at the Smithsonian and your projects? Putting it all together, quite simply.
The best thing is not to think about it too much. You know, I've lived a blessed life, and I think mostly I've surrendered to what was put before me. I've been willing to say yes. There were not, everybody in Albany, Georgia didn't go on those demonstrations. I could have not done it. So I tell people that many times in your life you will have an opportunity to walk through doors, and those doors will lead you to some place in yourself that you will never meet unless you walk through those doors. And so the civil rights movement changed my boundaries. I come out of really solid grounding. My moral, my sense of integrity comes out of my family and my community, really dug in deep in the Baptist Christian sort of traditional rural church. My tradition, the sound, the way my voice is used, I chose. I was also the contralto soloist. I was also singing, when I was jailed, German lieder and Italian arias. And in jail, they did not work so well. And when I came out of jail, there was something about the way singing said who I was that I had not discovered in any other singing. And it was then deciding that's what music would be for me. And that's the taste I would follow, and that's what I would keep in my eye. I decided to continue to go to school when in Atlanta, the PhD guy who was head of curriculum said that I had not written a proposal properly to teach black traditional songs to teachers so that they could use those songs in their social studies classes. And I just finished a full year testing it. And I said, there's something wrong with the proposal? He said, yeah, this isn't a proper proposal. And he is doctor, da, da, da. I said, okay. And I think 2 weeks later, somebody called me and said, Bernice, there are these grants by Ford for PhDs. The deadline, I actually had 2 weeks to get the proposal in. And so I said, okay. So I went to, I just decided nobody else was going to turn me down because I didn't know how to write a proposal. So like there are all of these things that have led me to different things, but one of the things I've kept really central is the way I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do is if I can hear my grandparents in my work. And there's something about, I remember, I believe, that is embracing the fact that you come from some place, that you are actually the evidence of other people's struggles, living and dying, that somehow people make choices in their lives sufficiently right so that you're here. And part of being here is understanding you're more than the little you think you are. And there's something about knowing that history that should impact on decisions you make in your contemporary life. And all of my work has had that thread, but I think this song, which is based on a sermon by Reverend A. Knighton Stanley, actually expresses the importance of history. And if you know that other people have gone through their challenges in their lives, so that you are here, you can maybe believe that you too can do the same, and that generations in the future there will be somebody who actually sits and breathes as evidence of your existence and your efforts.
I remember, I believe.
I don't know how my mother walked her trouble down. I don't know how my father stood his ground. I don't know how my people survived slavery. I do remember, that's why I believe. I don't know why the rivers overflow their nations. I don't know why the snow covers the ground. I don't know why the hurricanes sweep through the land every now and then. Standing in a rainstorm, I believe. I don't know why the angels woke me up this morning soon. I don't know why the blood still runs through my veins. I don't know how I rate to run another day. Hey, I am here still running, I believe. I'm running like a hero, hey, My God calls to me in the morning dew. The power of the universe knows my name. Gave me a song to sing and sent me on my way. I raise my voice for justice.
I remember, I believe, Sweet Honey in the Rock. Here on Democracy Now!, where are the places that you have sung that song around the world?
We sing it everywhere. We sing it everywhere. It's been a very important song. I talked earlier about the culture being ahistorical. And this song suggests that in addition to the you think you're struggling to be or know, you are also representative. And sometimes I just describe for young people, you know, the mountain of humanity you come from. If you start from 2 parents and you go to 4 grandparents, and then on another level there's 16, after a while, boy, you just can hardly sit still. There's so much under you. And it's been a very, very important song for us to talk about the importance of history, and not just that the history test, not just learning the facts or knowing the facts, but actually using your fluency about what your history is to impact on the way you make decisions. And when we look at so many things and so many actions in our society, sometimes I think about the environment, and these people have no connection with the past, and therefore they really do not feel they are accountable at all for the future. It is only what they can do in this time, even if it's destroying or damaging the ability to support their own lives. And it's an important song for us. We sing it a lot.